wake up to a number that shouldn't exist. 1 billion stares back from your phone. No lottery, no will, no explanation. A call cuts through the silence. A calm voice, a single rule. You have exactly 24 hours to spend every dollar. If $1 remains, it all disappears. You may not give it away. You may not destroy it. Every purchase must be legitimate. The clock starts now. You laugh. Then you feel the timer. You taste adrenaline. You buy speed. 2 jets. A fleet of helicopters. A pilot on call 24/7. You buy height. A penthouse on 3 continents. You buy square footage. 2 mansions, 3 townhouses, a private island with its own microclimate. You buy water, an ocean liner with a helipad. You buy everything you've ever thought about in the middle of the night. It feels easy because spending is different from earning. You binge the catalog of your desires. Receipts stack like confetti. Every confirmation chime is a victory. The timer ticks. You are winning. For now. Reality arrives with bureaucracy. A regulatory alert freezes the largest wire. Someone flags the jets as a potential laundering risk. You call your bank. They ask for 8 forms and a notarized affidavit. You call the legal team you've never had. They promise to expedite. A rival billionaire hears about the challenge. He starts buying everything you touch. Your bidders jam, prices spike. Your transactions stall under a flood of counteroffers. A famous lawyer hits social media with a sealed affidavit. These funds were taken, he says on camera. An emergency injunction lands in your inbox. Dealers refuse delivery until payments clear. Private jet manifests vanish. Every vendor wants proof. Every vendor wants a share. Everyone smells chaos. Friends text genuine concern and hidden greed. Unknown lawyers offer midnight contracts. Banks put holds for 72 hours. Your timer does not obey banking hours. You begin to understand that money runs against rules you can't outrun. The clock keeps ticking. It is loud. Your phone vibrates. Your mother. You let it ring. Again and again. You tell yourself one more purchase. One more signature. You will call back. You will save everything. Hours later, the call log is full of missed rings. You get a text. Hospital. Dad, call me. You sprint. The roads are clear because you have jets. You drive anyway. Arrive breathless. They say you were close. You were not close enough. You hold a hand that no longer squeezes back. The countdown continues in your pocket. The billionaire's world collapses into one small, flat moment. All the yachts, skylines, and speed mean nothing in the echo of a hospital corridor. Your stomach drops. For the first time, the numbers feel worthless. You remember the rules. You cannot give it away. You cannot destroy it. You can only spend. You stare at the blank ceiling. What do you buy now? Kindly subscribe to Fiery Grant. You pivot. Not because of charity, because of necessity. If you must spend, then spend on things that cannot be bought by solos. You buy hospitals under construction. You sign for wings to open overnight. You purchase affordable housing developments. You take bankrupt factories. You hire the engineers, the machinists, the people. You buy farmland to keep food on shelves. You fund clean energy plants. You close on schools, medical research labs, public transport lines stuck in funding purgatory. You buy disaster relief stockpiles. No glitz, just expensive, immovable systems. You become a blizzard of transactions that actually change cities. Every purchase has paperwork that trips bureaucrats, but it's harder to call a free hospital a scheme. Your rival tries to outbid you on a hospital wing. You win. It is a strange taste of victory. Victory that feels like responsibility. You feel the gravitational pull of outcomes. Not for the scoreboard. For the people who will walk through those doors. Obstacles harden. The government freezes a final massive transfer. It's the one that turns stalled projects into open ones. The rival sends a PR blitz. The lawyer doubles down with a court date. Wire transfers sit in purgatory. Your legal team files emergency appeals. Time bleeds. Every minute costs more than money. Contractors threaten to halt work if funds don't clear. Employees on payroll call. They don't care about headlines. They care about rent. You watch a live feed of a construction site. Workers keep building because they started with you. Your account balance dips. Pending, pending, pending. You reallocate. You cross-collateralize. You sign with every instrument the law allows. You stretch to the legal edge. The rival celebrates on live TV. You have 30 seconds left and one transaction still pending. The world waits for zero. You hold your breath. The seconds snap. The bank rejects the last clearance. A judge hits pause. Then inexplicably, the judge allows it. The wire clears with 2 seconds on the clock. Your balance hits exactly zero. Silence. The timer dies. Your phone rings again. The calm voice returns. You were never being tested on how quickly you could spend money, the voice says. We were testing whether you'd eventually stop buying things and start building futures. You are told the billion was never yours. It was a lens, an opportunity, a measurement. You look at the projects in progress, hospitals opening, schools enrolling, factories revving up, homes being occupied. Months later, the work shows up in faces. Children run toward classrooms you bought. Patients walk into wards with your name on the plaque. A factory bell rings with hired hands who used to wait tables. You stand outside a new clinic. You don't take pictures. You don't step onto a red carpet. You lean against a wall and let the city move around you. You think about every jet you bought, every mansion left empty. You think about the last call you never answered. You would trade every asset for one more conversation. Wealth is a tool. But its measure is not the things it buys, it's the futures it builds. Money could create it. Money couldn't buy back what you lost. Time is the currency no billionaire can counterfeit. The lesson ends in something quieter than triumph. You learned what matters when everything demands your attention. You learned to spend toward impact. But you also learned the cost of absence. You walk away from the clinic. You make a call this time. Hi, Mom, you say. You listen. You don't offer checks. You offer minutes. The phone hangs warm against your ear. For the first time in 24 hours, the timer is irrelevant.